Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason with Remax.
And I'm Dawn with Remax.
Thanks for listening, folks. We are talking with Rick, Tim, and Don Doty in regards to lighting. And we talked about LED, light emitting diode. I'm saying that multiple times so I can remember that. Light
I forgot
emitting
it,
diode.
so thanks for reminding me.
LED lighting. So you probably go to the store, or you're hearing about it, or you go to new construction houses, or if you're buying or selling, you go in, you see it, and you see these lights and they're LED. Or they put them in sport courts. Now they put them in everywhere, right? I mean, for all of the construction that's going on for stadiums, for big commercial buildings and anything like that, or renovations, are they all pretty much changing to LED, in your opinion, Rick?
Well, there's two parts to that answer, Jason. Basically, yes. But the other point is that commercially it's been used for far longer than residentially. So stadiums and commercial structures, commercial buildings have been using LED products for years, okay, because they understood the energy-saving aspect of them, the ability to get light from 10 watts versus 65 watts. And it's only been in the, Tim, last 4 or 5 years that LED has begun to make an impact on residential construction and even in the resale of homes. That's because, to a certain extent, the government has also mandated more energy-efficient homes. There's Title 24 in California, which is probably the pioneering legislation in the country in terms of lighting requirements, insulation requirements, your blower door requirements, whatever it's called. And generally, you had lighting moving from incandescent, then it moved into the halogen phase. Everybody bought halogen floodlights. It was remarkable light. Then they started replacing it with fluorescent. Fluorescent caused some problems because a lot of people did not like the color effect. You also have ballast associated with fluorescence, and ballast can go bad, so not just the bulb burns out, but the ballast can go. And now it has moved on in almost, it may be an evolution, but it's almost revolutionary where they finally have taken the LED technology and applied it to lighting of residential, and of course, you would say apartments, condos, not just homes. There's two aspects to it, as we mentioned earlier. One is buying LED bulbs. You can go to the big box stores, take out your incandescent bulb, buy an LED bulb. The other aspect is in track lighting and in recessed lighting and in decorative lighting, they are inherently LED, meaning they do not have a socket where you screw in a bulb. They have, as you've gotten familiar with, Jason, light-emitting diodes.
I like it. So I see it in new construction. We built a new house, and it was all LED. That second one you're talking about, we didn't buy the LED bulbs and put them in. It was all wired and set up LED and everything like that. Less heat, way less heat for giving off, and less energy emission. And they last. I don't know how long they last, right? I mean, they last a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have,
like I said, 2 years changing your bulb, or 1 year chinging your bulb, or
could go as high as 5. We don't even know really, and part of it is a combination push. I serve in the BATSE, in the Builders Association, the Twin Cities. I serve on their Green Path committee.
Yes. Yep.
And the Builders Association of the Twin Cities has taken a leadership role in promoting energy savings in new construction. And so you now had, I forgot in the spring preview, a significant percentage of homes and builders are now building their house to standards set by the Builders Association through Green Path. And that, even though it may add some cost to a home, it also adds value to the house, and it also will provide some payback in terms of lower energy bills and things like that. So part of it is just, I think, a common recognition that LED for once represents a true change in the way that we need to consume electricity, and in the way we need to think about our lifestyles. Okay, it's a tremendously exciting.
We
event.
had Roseville Garden Station, those townhomes up there. They were in the parade of homes, and they had that certification. I don't know what level it was, but we had Green Path certified. HERS testings and HERS testing and all that stuff, and they tested
Yeah,
very well.
I just had a meeting this week. That's becoming the norm more than the exception
Yep.
right now, and I think that's very
Very
critical.
energy efficient. Their energy, and you can't guarantee energy costs because you don't have control over the gas, natural gas, and all that stuff. But the cost, their cost, no matter what, is going to be far less.
Well, and one of the challenges in this whole situation is the ability of new homes to be Green Path qualified. The problem, I don't know if you want to call it a problem, is what about existing homes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
That's really one of the issues that they're addressing right now. For example, I believe in the last year or two you've had a breakthrough between the Builders Association and MLS, where they will now list homes that are energy efficient. It might be Energy Star, it might be Green Path.
Yep.
I know that certain realty companies in town are entertaining discussions to bring their agents up to date on Green Path. And so what you have emerging is kind of this divergence between these great existing houses that may in many respects not be energy efficient and the new homes that are, and part of it is what is the population doing? We find the consumer much more conscious about energy conservation and energy efficiency than 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So in my house, could I replace because I have recessed lighting, I can replace all my recessed lights with LED bulbs, but then I have them on dimmers. And over the break, you talked about that the dimmer for incandescent would not probably
Not necessarily.
support.
This is part of the emerging technologies. Is there hasn't been a lot of testing by the dimming companies versus the people who manufacture the lights. But generally, you probably have to change your dimmer. It is not extraordinarily expensive. You can buy a dimmer that dims bulbs for $25, $26. That's a perfectly good,
Oh, yeah.
high-quality dimmer.
If it flickers,
that-
then you know you need it. Yeah.
But that dimmer will not work on a fixture that is inherently LED. These are some of the aspects of the LED that we're discovering, that you can't use the same dimmer to dim a bulb as to dim a fixture that is inherently LED.
Does LED have any technology? Because I'm pretty old-fashioned sometimes, and you know those little pointy lights that you put probably 20 of them on a fixture in your dining room or your living room, and you can actually see the wires inside. And I like that type of light. And you put like 10 of them on, and they're little. They come to a point.
You're
like
talking about kind of that old-style Edison.
Yes, I
look.
like that. I mean, but that look and that see-through and all that. Does LED going to come up with anything that kind of has that look?
They already have.
Do they?
They've
Oh, wow.
all done it. I mean, for a while we had this kind of conflict where the look of these Edison-style bulbs was becoming extremely popular, and they're extremely inefficient. They don't give much light, and it was happening in an atmosphere where we were told to become much more energy conscious
Yeah.
and energy efficient. So now virtually any bulb from a decorative standpoint that is made in incandescent is available as an LED.
So there you go, folks. I learned two things at least today. Hopefully, my brain is fried. LED light emitting diodes, and then you can actually get them in the same look as your old.
Can you go
bulbs.
to Jason's house because he's still using the lanterns?
I still have the kerosene. Do we still do that? No, I was kidding. Check us out on Facebook. Remember, folks, love yourself and love others. Have a great week. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. There's always